Hey guys, it's John Follis here. Hope you're doing well. So today I'm going to be doing a gameplay, a Let's Play. And today the Let's Play is going to be Troopanum. Now, Troopanum it's an audio game only, so there's going to be no video of the gameplay, no graphics or anything like that. All you'll see based from the webcam is my face and just me as a person. So that's all you're going to get. So this is a game for the blind. It was originally by blindsoftware.com, or aka also bscgames.com. They officially closed down since year 2013. And so you can't really buy this game anymore. But I'll have a link to the description where you can get it. Now it works in Windows 10. I'm not sure about Windows 11. I'm able to start this game without having to worry about any restrictions or anything like that. Maybe you have to do with the user account control thing or whatever. I don't have to worry about that. If anybody knows about that, they can put that in the comments below. But basically, what Troopanum is, you start out with Troopanum version 1, and then went through a few little variations or whatever. And then Troopanum 2, they added more enhancements, plus a boss level. Basically, what Troopanum is, as basic information, it's a Space Invaders game. It's an audio Space Invaders game for the blind, based on sound. So basically, the way it works is that you have ships descending and trying to blow up your base, and so you move the ship left and right, and you try to center the ship in the center of the screen, if you will, and to shoot it down and to blow it up and destroy it. So with graphics, you'll be able to see exactly where it is on the screen. But this is an audio game, and so it uses stereo panning. So a good set of speakers or headphones are recommended to play this game, or to listen if you just want the full effect of this game. So hopefully that's what you'll get here. So whenever a ship is off to your left, you'll hear it in your left ear. And if it's off to your right, you hear it in the right ear. And you basically would move, let's say the ship is off to your right. As you'll hear it descending, you'll hear it descend in pitch, etc. So, and as you do, you'll move, and as you move, you'll hear the ship coming from right into the center, and at what point you'll hear a targeting sound like a high-pitched noise, and that's when you know you've got it centered, and you blow it up. And then by shooting it, and say likewise vice versa, if it's on your left, you move towards the left side, and the ship will come into the center of your stereo field, and you hear the center indicator sound, and you'll shoot it up and blow it up. Yeah. Anyway, so enough rambling. This game is self-voicing, so no screen reader is required. You may want to put your screen reader to sleep if you're using JAWS. I guess if you're using NVDA, you could, but I don't have to do that. I don't think it's a problem. But for safety's sake, let me just see something here real fast. I'm sorry if my screen reader talks. Maybe some of you don't like that. Hold on a minute. Let me turn the speech on. Okay. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure I had the sleep thing, so I knew what that was. So basically, I'm using Windows 10, so I'm not sure if this works on Windows 11. It definitely is Windows-based, so it doesn't work on Mac unless you use a virtual machine. Okay. All right, enough rambling on. So let's load the game up. Pardon some of the sound effects from my computer here. Just go to T. Alright. Okay, and here we go.
Troopanum, version 2.0. Copyright 2003 by Daniel Zingaro, and just another night at the BSC Games production.
Please select an option. Start game.
Okay, I must mention that these menus, well, this main menu doesn't wrap. Some of them do. I know the music can be a little loud. I'm going to keep it on. I'll go through all the menu items as we navigate. So, I mean, this video is going to be a bit long, so just, stay with me. I know. My goal is there's going to be some spoilers in here, so if you don't want to see me beat this game, then I suggest you don't, I apologize.
Speed start game.
What I might do actually is I might actually just turn off NVDA because there's a bonus round I tried to play and it kind of interfered a little bit with the game. So what I'm probably going to do is just shut off NVDA just to be safe. I could put it in sleep mode, but I think I might just turn it off just to be safe. So there's absolutely no interference whatsoever. Okay, so I'll do that now here. There it goes. Okay, so here we are in the main menu. Now, so this menu talks. So the first option is start game. It's self-explanatory. If we go down,
speed round.
I'll come back to that in just a second.
Program settings.
Let's go in here.
Arrow to an option and press enter to adjust it. Hyperactive size off.
Now, so I'm using the up and down arrow keys to go through the menu options, and the enter key selects the menu option. So,
speak background and hyperactive size off.
Hyperactive size. Now, what that does is when you are moving left and right, if you hit the edge of the screen, normally with this off, you just hit a dead end. But if you do, it'll bounce you somewhere else on the playfield. So it's kind of fun, but it's kind of pretty disorienting at the same time. I have it turned off.
Speak background ambience on.
Now what that does is,
off.
and you get this hit the space bar to toggle these.
On.
But what speak background ambience does is it basically, as you're playing the game, you'll hear a little ambient noises here and there, off to your left and off to your right, occasionally. So it gives the game a bit more atmosphere, if you will.
Background music on. Off.
I'm going to turn that off for right now. That basically toggles the music, and you can, I think you can adjust the music with the page up and page down keys.
Auto activate special items on.
Now, with there's special items, and you normally use the page up and page down keys to go through the special items, or should I say control page up and control page down. I can't remember which controls the music volume and what controls the special items. But a quicker way to control the special items is the number rows 1 through 6. There's a total of 8 items in this game, kind of 9 to be exact. But basically, 1 through 6, what you do is you hit a special item. You hit number 1 to select it, and then use the control key to use it. But with this turned on, most of the special items, with the exception of numbers 1 and 5, they would just activate automatically. But I like to keep it on. So
return to main menu.
Let's go back to the main menu here.
Please select an option. Start view top 10 scores.
View top 10 scores is what you can see just your local scores on your computer.
Post score to BSC Games.
And that's what you would post that to BSC Games if you think you got a high score. You want to see if you can make it to the top 10. However, no longer exists, so don't even bother with this option.
Learn game sounds.
Learn game sounds. I'll come to that in just a second.
Test speaker orientation.
This is the most important sound in any audio game ever. So let's hit enter.
Left. Right. If your speaker orientation is correct, press Y. Otherwise, press N.
Now this game lets you change it. So let's say your speaker settings are not correct. You can just hit N and it would swap it for you on the spot. Now mine are, so I'm just going to hit Y.
Speaker orientation saved. Please select an option. Start game. Quit game.
And that, of course, quits the game. You can hit the home.
Start game. Quit. Start
and
game.
the N keys to go to the top or the bottom of the menu. Now, so let's go into learn game sounds here.
Learn game sounds.
So this is what we're gonna learn about the different various sounds. Like I said, this video is gonna be a bit long, so just stay with me.
Use your up and down arrow keys to hear the various sounds. Cruiser.
Now, cruisers. Before I actually go in here, I'm going to basically explain. Basically, what a cruiser does is it's just your most basic ship, and it just descends in a straight line, and that's all it does. It's the most basic ship of all.
Cruiser destroyed.
And that's what happens when you destroy it. The next ship, number 2.
Lunar lifter.
Now you'll notice this ship here is ascending, so it's increasing in pitch. Now, these ships, usually you have up to 4 ships can land before you lose a life. So usually if you have like 1 more left, basically you'll get a warning sound if you're about to die. So if like 3 ships land, you get a warning sound, and then if the 4th ship lands, you lose a life. Now there's a nice special item we'll talk about in a second. But anyway, the lunar lifter can reach orbit, and you don't want to do that, and I'll explain in just a second.
Lunar lifter destroyed.
Now, that's what it sounds like when you destroy it, and here's what it sounds like when you reach orbit, and why you would not want this.
Lunar lifter reaches orbit.
Now, if that happens, 1 of 3 things can happen. 1, you just lose points. 2, you lose a special item, in which, in that case, there's a boss that will laugh at you, and you'll hear what the item was that was taken from you, so you don't want that. And the third thing is it can randomly dispatch a speed round of very fast descending ship, so that's not really cool at all. So on to the next ship.
Enforcer.
That's ship number 3, and what an enforcer is, it's similar to the cruisers, except that when you shoot it, it doesn't automatically destroy it.
Enforcer hit, but not destroyed.
And exactly, so it takes 2 hits to kill. The first time you hit it, it will teleport somewhere else on the screen, making it a bit of a pain to kill. And then after you shoot it a second time,
Enforcer destroyed.
and there you go. And that was ship number 3. Here's ship number 4.
Hovercraft.
These things are a little bit weird. They descend, they don't exactly descend smoothly. They just kind of randomly, they start at the very top of the screen, and then they go to midway, and then they teleport somewhere else as they do, and then they descend to the low part of the screen one last time, and they teleport again before finally landing, unless you if you don't destroy it in time. And
Hovercraft destroyed.
there you go, that's what happens when you kill it. This next one is an absolute pain, ship number 5.
Liquidator.
Now, these descend like the cruisers, and they just take 1 shot to kill. But you have to be in the dead center of the screen, and so does the ship, in order for it to work. These things are pretty awful. I don't like these at all. Fortunately, there's a center indicator sound that you can turn on and off, and I'll get to that a little later. Now, there are normal ships, and where you just move your ship left and right, center of the ship, etc. But there are what's known as Gorbian ships. And what Gorbian ships, or Gorbian levels are, is they are basically a ship, type of ship where you don't move your ship, but you move your laser target, and it's beeping. And so it's kind of in a third-person external point of view, if you will. So you have to make sure that this where the sound of the locating beeping target matches up where the ship is, and you'll hear it beep faster. And then once you have it there, when you got to line it up vertically with your up and down arrow keys. So use the left and right arrow keys like you would normally would for moving, but then you would use the up and down arrow keys to move the laser target vertical until it beeps really, really fast, and then you blast it with a control key. So here are the Gorbian ships.
Liquidator destroyed.
Sorry about that. That's what happens when you kill the Liquidator. So here we go.
Bomber. Liquidator.
Okay, before
bomber.
Now the bombers are in the dead center of the screen, and you shoot them. It takes about 19 to 20 hits to kill before you actually can blow it up. Now I think here we come to the Gorbian ships.
Bomber destroyed.
Well, okay. Like I said, I haven't played this game in a while, so I'm sorry about that. Okay, I think here are the Gorbian ships.
Gorbian cruiser.
Corresponds to the cruiser.
Gorbian pod.
That corresponds to the lunar lifters. And whenever, if you're in a Gorbian level and a Gorbian pod reaches orbit, if it ever does dispatch a speed round, it will be a speed round of a Gorbian level, which is even worse.
Gorbian infiltrator.
That corresponds to the enforcer.
Gorbian destroyer.
That corresponds to the hovercraft.
Gorbian fleet ship.
Now I absolutely hate these. That corresponds to the Liquidator. It's got to be in the dead center of the screen. You got to line it up horizontally in the dead center of the screen, making sure the ship is in the center of the screen, and before you can even line it up vertically. I absolutely hate these things.
Ship has landed.
And that's not what you want. Again, 3 to 4 of those land, you lose a life.
Ship centered.
Okay. So we're getting an example of what happens when you center a regular ship. And here's an example of when the Gorbian ship is centered.
Gorbian ship centered.
Okay. So you heard when it was slow, beeping slowly, beep, 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 and then when you managed to get to where the ship is, it went beep, 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 and then when you line it up vertically, it went. So that's what you want to listen for. Here we go. So let's continue.
Next level reached.
That's what happens when you advance to the next wave. But there's an alternative.
Warp to previous level.
And that's possible, and I'll get to that in a moment.
At edge of screen.
That's what happens when you reach the edge of the screen if you don't have hyperactive sides turned on.
Special item being dropped.
Now, those are universal. The bombers and the items are very universal. Like the bombers and the items, you line them up normally on normal levels, and you line them up horizontally and vertically in a Gorbian way if it's a Gorbian level.
Special item has been obtained.
That's a good sign. We all love hearing that.
Cancel use of special item.
Now you'd hit the space bar to cancel a special item when you don't want to use it anymore. Like I said, if you're using the auto-activate special item, you don't have to worry about that too much unless it's items number 1 and 5, which I will get to momentarily. So,
No special items available.
Yep. So that's what happens when you don't have any items and you're trying to activate one.
Special item centered.
And that's what you hear when the special item's in the center, ready for you to kill or to shoot to obtain. And here we go with the special items. So here we go. Now, you have a regular laser that you center, but here we go with our special items.
Super laser.
Super laser. Now, unlike the laser, the super laser can shoot from a farther distance. So it's useful, and when you obtain one, you get 5 uses of it. And if you attain a whole bunch, like say you don't use any, and then you maybe obtain 3 of them, you get 15 uses. So it kind of replenishes your supply, if you will. If you have 5 and used 3 of them, and maybe you get another one, then if you add 5 plus 3, then you'll have 8 shots left. So this is one of those where you still must press number 1, despite the auto activate special items feature. You still must press, in this case, number 1 in order to use it, and then when you don't want to use anymore, you hit space to cancel or unless it runs out. But here we go with the next item. 2, 3, 4, and 6 they work with the auto activate special items. So here's number 2.
Smart bomb.
Now that one's a powerful item. If you got so many items, doesn't matter if it's a normal or Gorbian level, if there are so many ships in descending and you're in a big pickle, you just hit number 2 and blast them away when you get only 1.
Portal.
The portal, okay. You only get 1 at a time if you obtain it. Of course, you can have as many as, like number 2, 3, 4, and 6. You can have as many as you want in your inventory. But what a portal does, it can be used to skip a level and automatically take you to the next level. But as I've mentioned earlier, there was a warp to previous level sound, and that will do it can do exactly that. So you get a 50-50 chance of either going to the next level or going back down to the previous level. Now there are a total of 16 waves or levels in this game, level 16 being the boss level, level 1, if you use a portal on level 1, for instance, obviously would take you to the next level. And if you're on level 16 and you use a portal, it'll take you to the previous level. So there's been some time, there's ways of, it's useful, you'll see. So here's the next one.
Nuke.
Ground nuke. Okay, so that's item number 4. And it's similar to the smart bomb, except it's in the case of ships that have landed. If you're about to die, maybe if you use a ground nuke, you can actually nuke all the ships that have been landed, giving you a fresh base to work with. So here's item number 5.
Rifle.
That's the other one. The super laser was number 1. Rifle is number 5, and that's the other one. You get 5 shots, similar to the super laser, and that you still use the control key. It doesn't auto activate special item feature, and when you don't want to use anymore, you hit the space bar, or if it runs out, it'll cancel it automatically. But what the rifle does is not for those who are faint of heart. If the ship is close to landing, and if you can line it up in the center, you'll get the center indicator sound, and you can use it to shoot the ship, and what will happen is you'll get 4 times the point value of a ship. So like if a cruiser, maybe if it's 100 points, if you use a rifle, you'll get 400 points instead of 100 points. So it's a nice, more of a useless more of a point bonus value than anything else. So pretty useless. Probably the weakest weapon in the arsenal. Here is number 6.
Moonrock shield.
Now I'll get to that in just a second, but let's continue.
Moonrock.
Now a moon rock basically will appear on the left or the right side, and you can get a bunch of them at a time. And the way these work is you hold down the Alt key, either I think it's left Alt or right Alt. I use left Alt, and use that in conjunction with the left and right arrow keys to use your side lasers. So if the moon rock is off to your left, you want to hold down the Alt key and press left arrow to shoot it, and they take 1 shot to kill. And if it's on the right, you'd hold down the Alt key and you press the right arrow key to kill it. Moon rocks, if you crash into them, this is what they sound like.
Crash into moonrock.
And if that happens, it disables your main vertical laser for a few seconds, which is not a good thing. However, if you get into a big pickle with a bunch of moon rocks,
Moonrock shield.
that'll be activated for like maybe 10 to 15 to 20 seconds, maybe I think 10 to 15 seconds. And when that's humming in the background, moon rocks will have no effect. during that time. So it's a great way to protect yourself. It's a great defensive weapon and allowing you to clear the moon rocks without any trouble. Okay, so let's
Return to main menu.
get out of here.
Please select an option. Start game. Speed round.
Now, speed round, all it is you get 1 life, and if I were to go in here,
What would you like to play? Regular ships.
you could choose regular ships,
Gorbian ships.
Gorbian ships. I think it only gives you cruisers or Gorbian cruisers, respectively. And it just gets faster and faster and faster. It's more like a how long can you last until you die.
Return to main
We're
menu.
not going to do that.
Please select an option. Start game. Program settings.
I'm going to turn the music back on because I think the music gives you some value here.
Arrow to an op. Speak off. On. Background on. Return to please start game.
Okay, let's go start the game.
Arrow to the desired difficulty, then press enter. Easy.
So easy, normal,
Insane.
and insane. Now insane is the hardest, and basically what it does is even from time to time it might reverse the arrows. So you normally use left and right arrows. Right arrow moves you right, left arrow moves you left, but you'll hear reverse arrows if on each wave if it decides to switch it up on you. In some cases you have to, instead of pulling the ship, if you will, I like to think of it as pushing it. Left will push it right, and right arrow will push it left. So that's very, very confusing. We're not going to go on that one. We're going to play on easy.
Not easy. Please select a mission. Walk in space.
Now, this one gives you missions, and what they are is they're just different ways of playing the game. So walk in space is the most comfortable, and that's what we're going to be playing on. It's the most recommended. You get a taste of everything.
Resurrection.
Resurrection is kind of the opposite. It labels them waves 1 through 15, but you actually start on wave 15 and it goes back to wave 1, and so it kind of does the opposite of walk in space. And of course you get the boss level. With all these missions you get the boss level no matter what at the very end.
Gorbian Revenge.
Gorbian Revenge is when like every other level is a Gorbian level, except for the boss level, which is the normal level no matter what.
Bomber Madness.
Bomber Madness. If you like bombers, you'll get bombers in every single level. In the regular, normal other levels, you get bombers on waves 4, 8, and 12, I believe.
Half and half.
Half and half. So what it would do is it would take 12 waves into consideration. Levels or waves, however you want to call them. 1 through 6 might be normal levels, and then numbers 7 through 12 might be Gorbian levels, or vice versa. So where 1 through 6 is Gorbian, and 7 through 12 are normal, and then the last 13 are last 3 are 13, 14, and 15 are normal levels no matter what, and the boss is obviously a normal level.
Baby Black Hole.
Now, Baby Black Hole, those of you who play Classic Troopanum, what it does is it misses out on some of the, it kind of emulates Troopanum 1 or Classic Troopanum, in which case you don't get any moon rocks at all, and there are absolutely no moon rock shields, no Gorbian ships at all. So it's like a normalized version of Classic Troopanum. So,
Random.
and then random.
Baby Black Hole.
It's probably the easiest mission to play.
Random.
Random, and it just selects a random mission for you. Now let me explain the boss here. So it's the evil space commander, Lord Vector. I mean, it's just some random idiot commander that basically syncs up with your starbase to let you know what he thinks of you and your efforts, and he tends to kill you and take over the earth and blah 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 blah. And he talks, but if you manage to make it to level 16, that's the boss level, and that's who you will be dealing with. And there is 2 parts to the boss level. Let me show you something else before we actually start the game.
Please select an option. Start game.
I'm going to hit Control B here as in Bravo.
Wider. Widest.
Now,
Normal sized game board.
so what I'm doing here, that's normal size game board. That's the default. That is the width of the game board from left to right. and I'm in Gorbian levels. I don't know if it also expands the vertical range, or maybe the difficulty levels do that. I'm not sure how that works.
Wider.
And if you press Control B, you get wider, so it makes it wider.
Widest.
And widest of all. So if you want an extra bit of a challenge, you can do that. I'm gonna go with normal.
Normal-sized game board.
Okay.
Speed start. Arrow easy. Please walk in space.
So, with that said, we're gonna play on easy difficulty level. We're gonna play Walk in Space, and we're finally gonna start this game. And you'll get little cutscenes, which you can press skip with the Control key if you feel like it. We're not gonna do that here. Also, there is bonus levels. From time to time, I'll pause the game. There's only 2 different types of bonus levels. I'll talk about them as we get there. Okay, here we go.
Do you humans think you can take on my fleet and my empire? Find out. Now.
Here we go. Here we go, we're playing the game. Ship. Can you hear a little sound off from my left? To my left. Centering the ships. Blowing them down. Up, next level. Oh, here's a Gorbian.
5,000 points. Wave 2.
Gorbian level.
Alright, so lining it up vertically. I gotta line up for crap.
Smart bomb.
Ooh, that was close. Ooh.
16,000 points. Wave 3.
That was close. Alright, so you heard that little blurp sound? Those are what I mean by the ambient sounds. I like the ambient sounds, and I like the music. It makes the game more full to me. Oh!
8,000 points.
Got some points. That was a moon rock I just killed. That was close. Whew. This game is getting intense already. Of course, I'm rusty because I haven't played in such a long time.
109,400 points. Wave 4.
Slowing down the ships. Now, I'm going to pause the game real quick. There's a couple things I want to show you. So this is the music that plays. Also, if you happen to get a speed round dispatched on you from a lunar lifter or a Gorbian pod reaching orbit, it will play this music. And it will tell you speed round. Now, three keys that you can press, or other than using the page up, page down key to go through your special items. If you hit I to check your inventory,
1.
Smart bomb.
it tells you special items that are usable.
114,900 points. Wave 4.
I did that by pressing the shift key. Now if I hit the shift key 2 times in quick succession,
114,900 points. Wave 4.
it tells you the points in single digits. If I hit T
222.
at 222, it doesn't give you AM or PM at all. It just tells, but it does tell you what time it is on your computer. So that's kind of useful if you're playing too much. And if you press enter,
0 ships landed. 3 lives remaining.
so it tells you your number of ships and number of lives remaining. So those are useful keys. And I must also admit, during the wave transformation, during wave warping to the next or previous level, you could pee really fast to pause the game if you wanted to. And then, as that's happening, you can also hold down I, and it will, immediately after you enter your points, it'll, in the wave number, it'll tell your inventory item, etc. Alright, let's continue. Okay, I'm gonna pause it again. We're about to come to our first bonus level, and where you have to dock your ship in the center of the screen to get extra points. And if you do it, you'll get an extra life, and you'll have to press the up and down, up arrow key like really fast, while guiding it with the left and right arrow keys, and you have to deal with gravity and wind and things like that. And when you'll notice in the center when you hear this constant beep, beep, beep sound. Now, I turned NVDA off because I think I was having some issues with it crashing. Not the program, but the little ship itself. So, hopefully that will fix it. That might be an issue with a disagreement on Windows 10. Here we go. Let's continue. Sorry about my keyboard, it's a mechanical keyboard, it's all clicky and everything like that. Oh, we got a bomber! Shoot it really fast! Alright.
134,500 points. Bonus round. Guide your ship to the docking station in the center of the screen and dock it for extra points.
Okay, so we hit the up arrow really fast. That beep, 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 beep to me, it's in the center. It's moving a little bit, so I gotta tap the right arrow key. I don't want to use... There it goes.
Successful. 122,000 points.
Extra life.
There we go.
256,000.
I'm surprised you've lasted this long, human. You're doing much better, but still not good enough to win. Aren't you getting tired?
Yeah, shut up.
Corbian low.
Really? You'll notice what I did earlier. I hit the control key as it was speaking my score. And that's the way to kind of tell to, hey, stop speaking, interrupt it. If you wanted to. I hope I don't have to deal with the Gorbian fleet ships, because I hate those things. Like, I don't like the Liquidators either, but the Gorbian fleet ships are so much worse. For what it's worth, I think the Gorbian music is pretty cool.
$274,700 points. Wave 6.
Alright. Here we are with the Enforcers. Oh yeah.
$290,395 points. Wave 7.
Oops. Oh, by the way, if you miss a blank spot, you lose, I guess, like, what, 500 points? Like a small amount in comparison if you're doing really well. Oh, here we go with the hovercrafts. I don't like these. Ah! Crap! Forgive my outbursts. This game gets intrusive. Ah! I hate these moon rocks. That's good. Save those for later when you get to yeah.
360,890 points. Wave 8.
Get over here, thank you. See, you just bounce randomly. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice a little bit of points here and there to... hit some blank spaces here and there in order to kind of really avoid... I'm not very talkative right now because I'm trying to concentrate on what I'm doing here. Crap! Oh, that's close. Too bad the music is very short-lived. Oh. Oof.
380,000.
Alright, I just paused it really fast. Here we are at the second bonus level, and this is basically a shoot sets of ships type of bonus level when they get faster and faster. So these are normal ships, so you'll be dealing with, it randomizes, so you'll deal with a set of one cruiser, one lunar lifter, one enforcer, one hovercraft, and one liquidator, and then it will go to number 2 cruisers, 2 lunar lifters, 2 enforcers, etc. And then it goes to 3, 4, 5. I think it goes up to 10. You can get a maximum of 200,000 bonus points, I think, as a result. I think extra if you do. If you manage to get through 4 rounds, you'll get a special item. And I think on the higher difficulty levels, you'll get extra life on 5, and on hard insane 5 and 7, you'll get extra life for both. So this is where I'm going to turn on the center indicator with L, and you'll hear like a little noise as I reach the center of the screen. It's like a very quick sound that lets me know I'm on the center of the game board. Okay, so let's continue.
Bonus round. Shoot 4 sets of ships for special item. 1.
at the center. Oh, oh, that was close. Ooh. Oh. Come on. There he goes. That's my special item. I'm shooting a lot of blank spaces because this is really nasty. Oh crap. Ooh. Oh. So fortunately, I got this mechanical keyboard that's very clicky and responsive. You can use both control keys if you wanted to.
Oh. 20,000 points.
Oh, I almost made it too. Oh. Yep.
Human, you are really starting to annoy me.
Okay.
You will soon
That's
meet
all right.
your maker.
Sorry about the background noises. That's people outside in the vehicles and all that kind of good stuff. I want to get a moonrock shield and maybe some smart bombs. Also, you can check your information on stuff like your items even during gameplay.
525,820 points. Wave 10, 1.
Smart bomb.
1.
Portal.
3.
Ground nuke.
By the way, a couple of other items to get is bonus points. And there's an item called a base reinforcer that will increase. It starts off as up to 4 ships can land before you lose a life. But with a base reinforcer, it always increases that to 1 by 1. So So if you get a base reinforcement, it goes from 4 to 5 ships that can land, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, etc.
539,975 points. Wave 11.
What up? Got the rifle. Aww, ship landed.
$565,325 points. Wave 12.
So as you heard, I got the warning sound, so I used a ground nuke, and I used a smart bomb to get myself out of a pickle, which of course now I wasted my smart bomb because, well, yeah, it's the only one I had. Crap. I don't like this. Because I really want to beat this game for you guys. I want you to hear what happened. Now I think there might be a bit of a cheat bug in this game that maybe never got corrected, but if you navigate to a special item... Oh, hold on a second.
6.
Basically, there is a cheat bug in this game. If you maybe navigate to a special item with a page up, page down key, and then a lunar lifter happens to reach orbit, and you take that item, and you hear an owl says Lord Vector laughs at you, that item becomes pretty much infinite unless you obtain another of that special item. I think that's how it works. I think it's been a while since I've done it. I'm not going to try it here though.
180,050 points. Wave 30.
Yeah, I'm sacrificing a bit of a blank space.
639,290 points. Wave 41.
Portal.
2.
Ground nuke.
5.
Rifle.
0. Ships 1. 4. Lives 1.
I'm shooting like crazy.
Base reinforced.
That's good. All right. Okay, so here we are with the base reinforced, so I can have up to 5 ships land before I actually lose a life.
672,640 points. Wave 52.
Portal.
2.
Ground nuke.
5.
Rifle.
Okay, so what I'm going to do with this, because here we're going to get nothing but liquidators in this case. I'm not sure if this is different on higher difficulty levels, but I know in the case of easy difficulty level, you're only going to get liquidators, which is not too bad, but you'll have to deal with moon rocks as well, and occasionally a special item, which you will have to move from time to time. But if you most of the time, you're able to just stay in the center of the screen. If you do that, you should be okay. Now, in the case of I'm going to use my portal when I reach level 16 every time to drop me back down to level 15, and that way, because you get 3 special items that appear on wave 15 all the time, 3 items at a time. So I'm not going to use the rifle. It's kind of useless. I'm not exactly that daring. I used to do it before. I'm not too good at it now. But hopefully I get some more useful items, maybe some more, like a few more ground nukes. But I definitely want some smart bombs, some super lasers, and some moon rock shields. All right, here we go. Let.
Base reinforced.
Oh.
$635 points. Wave 63.
Portal.
2.
Ground nuke.
5.
Rifle.
I'm going to skip this.
Rifle.
Alright, use my portal, go back down.
721,210 points. Wave 52.
Portal.
2.
Ground nuke.
I missed it.
Base reinforced.
Oh. I'm going to purposely waste my rifles
So you...
Rifle.
767,770 points. Wave 52.
Portal.
2.
Ground nuke.
Oh my god.
Smart bomb.
There we go. I want some Moonrock shields. I want more smart bombs and Moonrock shields and super lasers.
Smart bomb.
Crap.
Rifle.
$813,830 points. Wave 62.
Smart bomb.
2.
Portal.
2.
Ground nuke.
5.
Rifle.
So you...
Rifle.
8. 6 ships remaining.
Super laser.
5 remaining.
There you go, got a super laser.
Rifle.
862,975 points. Wave 16. 5.
Super laser.
2.
Smart bomb.
1.
Portal.
3.
Ground nuke.
5.
Rifle.
So you...
Rifle.
Alright.
860.
Let's actually get some useful stuff here. Jeez.
Ground nuke. Smart bomb. 4.
Oh man.
5.
Super laser. Smart bomb.
4.
Ground nuke.
$911,535 points. Wave 65.
Super laser.
3.
Smart bomb.
3.
Ground nuke.
Okay.
So, human, you've made it this far. We now meet face to face. We will see who shall prevail. Let the madness begin.
Okay, let me explain. Here we are at the boss level. So, unfortunately, I did not get any Moonrock shields, which is... I really needed those. I need some more super lasers and smart bombs. But anyway, so this boss level is 2 phases. The first phase is when you're dealing with lots of madness of descending ships and not Moonrocks. And you're dealing with Moonrocks all throughout the level, no matter what. But the first phase deals with a bunch of descending ships, and it's Lord Vector himself is hidden by 3 energy shields, one in the center, one in the far left, and one in the far right, and you gotta shoot them down. While this is happening, you got all these descending ships that are sending an absolute madness. Once that happens, once you destroy all 3 shields, then whatever ships are left, once you blow them up, whatever, they're all replaced by bombs as Lord Vector enters the scene. And he'll just fly around in the ship from left to right and chaotically, making it hard to hit. While that's happening, bombs are descending. And unfortunately, the bombs sound, when they land, they sound like ships landing. They should make an explosive sound, in my opinion. I don't like the fact that they sound like ships landing. They shouldn't. But if a bomb lands right in the dead center of where you are, you lose life no matter how many ships have landed previously. So in this level, super lasers are excellent for shooting Lord Vector off in a distance. Smart bombs are great if you're getting a big old pickle with his bombs. They kill them off immediately. And Moonrock shields, obviously, well, they would have been great to help you if you get a big old pickle with Moonrocks. So it would have been nice to get some Moonrock shields. But here we go. Starting off with the first phase. Shot the... Here he is. And there he is. Oh, crap. Oh, dang it. Oh.
Try again.
I lost a life.
Super laser. 2. Smart bomb.
Okay, from time to time, Ugh, this is brutal. From time to time, he'll comment as you are battling. Like I said, he bounces around very chaotically.
Super laser.
Oh, see, I just lost a life again. But I think we almost got him, though. That's the good news.
Try again.
Okay, so... Come here. Got him!
Is it impossible? No. I'll be back!
Game over. Your final score is 944,225 points. Please select an option. Start game.
Now we're back in the main menu. So that's it. Now I wish there would have been a congratulations, a victory theme of a crowd, a cheering and whatnot, and something, a little bit of a celebration. Instead you get the game over. I really think they could have done better with that. But it is what it is. So
Quit game.
that's it. Exit.
VSC Games on the web at www.vscgames.com.
So that's it for Troopanum 2. That was my gameplay. I wanted to share with you guys. I do kind of enjoy this game. It's an old classic. An old NVDA back up here. And there we go. I'm in the camera window here. So that's it, folks. And I hope you enjoyed this game. Let's play through. I can barely talk. But anyway, that was Troopanum 2. Glad I was able to at least beat it. Like I said, I wish I would have gotten some Moonrock shields so you can hear those in action. But oh well, it is what it is. Okay, everybody. Hope you enjoy. Take care.